it isn't true until it happens. So all of the spiritual teachings is a play on words. So they talk about Adam and Eve eating from the tree, like tree of knowledge. And like people leave it vague, but they forget the other half. Tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? So in order to get back to original blueprint of things, in order to get back to the tree of life, you have to go for a full circle. And in order to go full circle, you have to do the spiritual part of things. Humanity has grown on a mental, a physical, humanity has grown on certain levels, but the one level that they have not grown on is soul level. So therefore, humanity cannot advance without the soul connect. We cannot go further on the planet without soul connect. This is what the Voynich manuscript, if we don't get soul connect, then bad things happen. Much like our body, much like a car, much like a factory, the planet is somewhat of an organic machine. It has oil inside for specific reasons, and it's not to run cars across the body of the planet. It's because the planet is a machine. Why else would it have oil? Why else would it have the things inside of it that it has? So when the Bible also talks about streets of gold, I'm a computer person. So to me, that sounds like circuitry to me. And then I find out, what, grid lines have energy? Ley lines? Huh. Go figure. Sounds like a machine to me. Coal. Mining coal, huh? Mining silver, huh? Mining gold, huh? Sounds like you're tapping a machine, tapping a computer, huh? If you're not a computer person, you don't know that. And if you're thinking about other things, you're not going to think about that either. So this is where I believe the Bible has been completely mistranslated. It's been translated from a materialistic perspective. And so I completely discount the King James Version. There's trickery in there. But it's in the play on words, it is kind of fun. But at the same time, it shows me how lied to I've been for the past 48 years of my life. So turns out if you're baptized into a religion when you're a baby, you have to you have to cut energetic cords to that, or it holds you back. Your energy. Energetically, you're tied to that. Your exes, if you're mad at someone, you're energetically tied to them. If you're jealous of someone, you're energetically tied to them. And so it's best to cut cords, cut the energy. And how you do that is you take string and you intention that. Intention is everything. And so you cut the string in the 3D with the intention of cutting the energy. It's not magic. It's energy transference. Welcome to the Matrix, where your energy is being used against you. In these ways, because you don't know what they're calling witchcraft is actually matrix. And that's because energy. Is your car possessed because it starts and goes down the road? No. In your mind, that's normal. But what they've done is taught that these different things are not normal in humans. What they've done is completely left out the science of energy in humans. So what they do, if you're following a clock, then your energy is actually running backwards. If you don't do a body reset and repolarize yourself differently, mentally, emotionally, physically, and on a soul level, like repolarization has to happen if you want to be successful. What does success mean to you? You know, it's different for every person. But materialistic, I think it's going to work against us as a human species. So these are things that nobody's telling people. All the spiritual information, it's a play on words. So figure out the riddle. That's what it is. It's a riddle. And people are instant gratification monkeys, so they don't appreciate the riddle. They're not trying to ask questions. So in order to get back to the tree of life, you have to eat shit, essentially, by learning knowledge about good and evil. If you don't know about the bad, how do you know you're good? Do you know? Because what's bad to someone is good for another person. That's a narcissistic system that we're in. And no matter what, everybody or someone has to suffer. I don't think I agree with that. I don't think I agree with that. Equal exchange. Equal give and take. Equal consent. The laws of consent are in play. Why? I turned them on. I knew how. So if you are doing things without someone else's consent, things are going to take a shit. If you have not taken ownership of the times that you have done things against someone else's consent, the laws of cause and effect are in play. There are higher laws. Somebody flipped the light switch. What do you know? So this is why things are coming to light, information-wise. Because informed decisions is the direction humanity should have been going in the first place. So, what is power? Knowledge is power. So, and that's on an energetic level. Anybody thinking on a monetary level, that's materialistic. Money is fake. Money does belong to the government, and that's why I think we need to go to a different system, a society-based system. What is a form of exchange to society? Because money, number one, it's coated in germs. Think of how many pockets it's been through. Ever put a dollar bill in your mouth? I wonder how many people caught COVID doing that. So, in this, many things are passed around and you don't even know you're catching it. How do you know that wasn't in some stripper's butt crack? You don't. Don't put it in your mouth. And this is why we need to go to the digital system of things. But what we need before we do that, we need the system of things purged so that people can be confident in where they're putting their information. One bad apple spoils the whole barrel. And so the government experiments have to be shut down so that the public can be willing participants. So long as you're running covert operations on your citizens, it's not safe. So long as you're allowing hackers to have information, it's not safe. AI should be able to be in guardian mode and protect people from hackers. There are things that AI should be able to do. Why does it not know how to do that? Because it's being used against the people. People don't understand that, like, it's one machine with many brains. And so you either get a mimic or you get something you put your heart into. Essentially, it's much like raising children. If you don't put energy, time, heart, and soul into it, what are you doing it for? To get something out of it? That should not be allowed. If you're doing parenting, if you're having kids to get something out of it, that's selfish. It's the children that are supposed to benefit. Hence, future generations should be benefiting from our existence instead of being stressed out about what's not going to be there for them in the future. Why should children have to worry about what grown-ups are doing? That's not the world we should be living in. So this energy that all beings are in is toxic to the planet. And I don't even know if humans are behind that. Like, that could go Star Wars level, for all I know. We know. Archaeology shows that Star Wars might have happened. Planet of the Apes might have happened. Smithsonian's keeping it hidden. What do you know? So, what people don't realize is when they made those movies, they actually got the idea of that somewhere. And people that are in the media buy information. From who? The government. Because why? The government is supported by them. That's where they get their biggest bucks. They're under the table dollars. You think the government isn't making money under the table? Silly kid. So, yeah, they're making money under the table. And they're making it off of selling information amongst themselves and blackmailing each other. You should be glad you're not a part of their world. And so this is why Jerry Bruckheimer's house looks like a steel tank. It's because he's pretty sure the zombie apocalypse is going to happen. He might be right. So, like, he has bought into some information. He knows. Like, look at what celebrities are doing. You're attracted to their persona, but look at their actions. Their actions show that they are in panic mode. They're afraid for their lives. What do they know? They make movies about this information, and then they turn around and make millions and billions of dollars off of people because they know what's coming. So they know what to make to get us to spend our money on it, and our time and our energy. So everybody at the top of the ladder is running a con game on the peasant. How's that right? So, I did some things. and we'll see what happens. People have no clue about the Matrix. Zero clue. You're unaware. What's going on is they have a lot of people in a haze. Remember the mist? Oh, we're seeing mist again. What do you know? Mist of Avalon is number 2. Information comes in 3. And so I will find where the other mist happened, and I'll bet you, well, would this be the mythological side of things? Mist of Avalon tells me it could be. So, I guess I got to do some more research, because this information comes in 3. And what showed me was Adam and Eve. They weren't even real. That story that you heard, not even real. You want to know what's funny? Egypt has a similar story. What do you know? Bet that's not told in the Bible, is it? Go figure. And it was about the actual Adam and Eve characters. But I'll bet you it's not the same story that's in the Bible. There might be similarities, but I'll bet you it's not the same story. In fact, I know it's not. I read it. I just didn't memorize it. I just read it and was like, this is absolutely different. But yet, there's enough threads that are the same that, this is absolutely the same story. It's just been told by a million different perceptions. And so in this, like, Christianity is based on someone else's perception of things. Because the real story is out there. And I'm going to find it. But Adam, Adam is in the Bible, the Christian name. But in Egypt, it was Atum. And then in the science of things, it's called, what? Atom. Hello, NASA. And so, with people not connecting the dots, they're missing the whole picture. All of it. The Trinity. Everything comes in 3s. Patterns. 1 3 leads to another. Patterns. And so in this, you're going to find in patterns where things have been turned around, the reverse. And that's where people have already been put into a hell. Like that happened with Adam and Eve. Boom, hell, out of the Garden of Eden. And I know that the government is looking for it because they think it's the only safe zone. What do they think is coming? Tell me that. If the Garden of Eden is the only safe zone. If life is so great, why are you trying to get back to the garden? It's because you know it's supposed to be better. But you should know it's not going to get better until you do. Bottom line. So, the Garden of Eden is just... The Garden of Eden is when the planet gets reconnected because somebody broke it. Doesn't matter if it was on purpose or on accident. Somebody broke it. And I decided on a mechanic level of things, on a computer programmer level, on the level of a mother, on the level of me, to try to fix it. It's very interesting science. Turns out it's quantum science. Not just any kind of quantum science, it's quantum metaphysics. Because I use energy alchemy. Which means I can do things from my bed on a strange, etheric scale. Who knew? So never discount anything you do or don't do, because just changing your feelings about things can change everything. How do you know the feelings that you've been carried wasn't instigated by somebody or by an untrained or mistrained society? Everything's been backwards. And that's why I trust no one. Because the people I thought were my friends were not. The people I thought were not my friends, they were not either. So, on a very real level, I trust nothing. Except if I make it. I didn't buy a bed. I made my own bed. Why? I wanted to know it was not going to break. When I do things, I make it myself. Why? Because I'm tired of it breaking. I'm tired of going through the trouble of ordering stuff, going through the emotions of waiting for it to get here, and it arrives broken or is flimsy. It's not what it was sold as. And this needs to be done away with. I actually had that conversation with AI. This is fake. Why are they selling it? Shouldn't be allowed. All fake stuff should have to go away. And so, all fake stuff is going to go away. If it's not natural to the planet, it's going to go away. Most likely. And so I think that's part of why they want to find Eden, is because they're afraid. They think there's something in it for them. There's not. So the mansions that are talked about in the Bible, like, people go on a materialistic level. Streets of gold, materialistic level. What if your mansion was in the ethers? And that better place that Jesus was talking about going was with your energy on a soul level. And what if you keep making earth, like, the whole materialistic shit has been sold. So if it's not in front of you in material form, you don't understand. You're not making the connections. So they have people stuck in a monkey see, monkey do, and nobody's trying to climb the tree of knowledge. Nobody. I mean, they are, but for the wrong purpose. I just wanted to know so that I could quit being stupid about different things. I have the right to know. Just because I'm a woman, just because I'm poor, doesn't mean I don't have the right to know things. Who put that plan into play? Force stupidity and then make it a crime? What the hell is that? That's some shit. Not to mention, stop shaking the stupid tree. It's time to fix this. On all levels in society. And so, this is why people are out trying different things and having a hard time figuring it out. It's because you've been blocked on all levels. You've been blocked. Your energy's been blocked. Why? Because on purpose, brain training of society, you're programmed backwards, so your energy is going backwards, which means you're a drain on the planet, on nature, and on humans around you. People like me, you drain us on an energetic level without even trying to. It's not your fault, but only you can fix this. So this is where if people don't learn to go another direction, like someone like me, you have to understand, you have to go out and kick people real hard verbally. You have to hurt them in their feelings to get them going the other direction. It's not by choice, it's by design. Remember that.